wants you to retrieve this, which is the summative assessment description. If you don't have it, come get one. Good news for you is it's there. Okay. The good news is it's also available on my website. So that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my website. We're all going to look at it together. So anytime that, let's just say you lost it, right? It's gone. Well, just go to the website. It's there. So will you please do that for me? Get your computers out, go to my website, and find that piece of paper. I will too. There it is. Are we all looking at the same thing? I wanted you to find it online just so that you would know how to find it online, just in case you lose that piece of paper. And also, I was like one short, so whoever I didn't get it to, it's right here. Okay, so all of you have access to it. And now I don't care if you look on the computer or you look on the piece of paper, either way is fine. Okay, but I just want to make sure that you and I are on the same page as far as what you are being asked to do for this, because this is your first summative assessment. This is your first opportunity to produce for me evidence that you've learned something as far as this unit is concerned. This first unit of study is on the American family and the American education system. We're studying kind of two things during the same unit of study. Okay, the topics are all, if you'll notice, the topics are all education related. They're all education related. And I wanted you to walk in the door today having chosen one. Success? Did you all pick one? If not, don't panic. Pick one. And do you have permission to change your minds? Yes, of course you do. But at some point, you got to go with the cards you're dealt. You know what I'm saying? You traded in your cards. Let's play. Okay. So I don't care. It doesn't matter which one you pick. And now let me give you a little bit of guidance what I want from you as far as this output is concerned. So all you've done so far is picked which one of these topics interests you. Now let's look at the first requirement. It's the first thing that I'm requiring you to do as part of this project. Anyone want to read it? What does it say? Under requirement, number 1, what does it say?
Read one article from SIRS.
From SIRS. Read one article from SIRS. Thank you for volunteering. I'm sure everyone was like, it's so obvious that we don't need to bother. Maybe you're right, but maybe someone in here really didn't understand. Okay, so thank you. What's SIRS? How many of you know what SIRS is? Not one. And do you know our school spends thousands of dollars? It's a subscription that our school pays for you. And most Somerset students don't even know what it is. And my job is to fix that. Okay. Not only, I believe that once you've been exposed to SIRS, it will be maybe the most used required site that you'll use. Yes, you'll play your games and you'll watch your YouTube and all that. But once you realize, oh my God, I have that paper for English I have to write, SIRS will become your best friend. Okay. So let's educate you on what is SIRS. In a nutshell, SIRS is an online library. It is very similar to that room over there. The advantage, of course, is that it's online, which means you don't physically have to be anywhere to have access to the, I'm going to say, millions of articles and magazine articles, newspaper articles, pictures that are accessible to you for free, thanks to the taxpayers of Somerset, Wisconsin. They're paying for this. And what makes it so much better than this evil thing called the internet is the spawn of the devil. Because the internet can be used by any of you to prove whatever you want. People have accessed the internet to prove Obama wasn't really from America. People have used the internet to prove that Elvis is really alive and living fine on the moon. People have used the internet to prove that the capital of Wisconsin is Mankato, Minnesota. Now think about that. The capital of Wisconsin is Mankato, Minnesota. I saw it. I saw a student prove the capital of Wisconsin is in Mankato, which is weird because it's in Minnesota, which is a different state. But you can use the internet to prove whatever you want. And that is because you can put stuff on the internet and you can be a little devil and you can put false information. It happens all the time. The internet is the Wild West. What we need is a gatekeeper. We need a gatekeeper that only allows in valid information. If only it existed.
Wikipedia.
No. Well, actually, they've proven that Wikipedia is fairly accurate. The problem with Wikipedia is, of course, you can put stuff on Wikipedia. Now, amazingly, it gets deleted fairly quickly because there are guards of Wikipedia. SIRS is that thing. SIRS only lets in credible information. It's an online library. Let's all go to it. So I want you to go to my website. Go to the top and click on the button that says SIRS. Do you see it? At the top, there's a button that says SIRS. There it is. Click on it. SIRS. Okay. Now, some of you, let's just see. How many of you picked the is college worth it option? Is college worth it? Okay, about a fourth of you. How many of you picked the homework one? Wow, I'm surprised. How many of you picked the character ed one? How many of you picked the standardized test one? Why isn't this adding up? Okay, you all picked something. All right, let's just pretend that I picked is college worth it? All right, I've gone to SIRS. Here I am on SIRS. Now what? I'm on SIRS. Now I'm going to search for it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to this thing called leading issues. And I click on it. Then I'm going to drag down to where is college worth it would seem to be. Stop the little hand when it reaches what seems to be the correct heading of, just say stop. Okay, I'll go back up. All right, now I'm going to go back down again. Just say stop when I reach it. Okay, just going to go one at a time.
Stop. Go up 2. 1, 2. Oh, one more down. 1 down, not 2. 1 up. Are you playing games?
Okay. School, family, and youth. Click on it. Are we all doing this with me? Right? Okay. Now let's look around here. Hey, there's a heading of teens and cosmetic surgery. Should teens under 18 be allowed to have cosmetic surgery? Great question, right? Helicopter parents. How many of you have helicopter parents? I have a friend who teaches in Edina, and if you know anything about Edina, they don't call them helicopter parents, they call them lawnmower parents. If you're in their way, they run you over and chop you up. These are parents. What are you going to do for my precious daughter? What are you, teacher, going to do for my precious daughter? Your daughter can't read. You're going to fix it. Okay, whatever. Hey, look, a heading called homework. About 5 of you raised your hand that you were going to do the topic on homework. There it is. There it is. Go there. Let's keep going down.
Teenage pregnancy.
Hey, look, character education. Some of you picked, does character education work? There it is. Click on it. let's see. College education. There it is. College education.
Wait, would it be college?
And then homework. That's in here too. Did I miss that one already?
Mr. Potter?
Yeah.
The college one, could it also be college environment or no?
It's actually this one. College education. So I'm just going to click on it. Okay, so click on your topic. You know, it's almost like I looked at search first and then picked the topics. And that's because that's exactly what I did. I don't want you to struggle to find information. I want you to have an easy time finding it, okay? And that's why I went here first, picked 4 that seemed fairly interesting, it's fairly relevant, and went with it, okay?
College education with the costs for all students.
Nope, I'm broke.
For all of you, when you pick your topic heading, when you click on it and drag down a bit, it'll have a question. That's the question I want you to answer. I want you to answer that question in your output, whatever it is your output is. For some of you, you said you want to write a paper. Awesome. By the way, don't write the paper if you don't know how to write a paper. If you don't know how to write a paper, don't choose that option. Do something else. That seems logical, doesn't it? You should only choose to write a paper if you know how to write a paper. And I mean an argumentative paper. 4 to 6 paragraphs with evidence. If what I've just said is gibberish, choose a different option. All right. I want you to display your strengths. Of course, you're all welcome to write a paper as soon as you learn how, and I will teach you how to write a paper.
What are the other ones?
Take that back.
We don't-
Unsay what you just said.
if we can't write it.
Unsay what you just said. Take it back. All right. Okay. Okay. For all of you, there will be 2 columns under the question. The left column is the yes column. The right column is the no. These 3 articles are arguing that college is worth the ticket. Yes, they are, and they will have reasons. These are the arguments against the expense of college, and they will have reasons. I'm asking you to read 1 and find a good argument. For no particular reason, and I'll pick this one. Just going to click on it. Okay, here's the article. Here's the actual article. Okay, looks like it's about 2-3 pages long. Notice in your description, this piece of paper right here, the 3rd bullet under requirements says that you have to cite it. You have to cite it correctly. Okay. Well, good news for you is there it is. Just go ahead, click on the word cite. Click on it. When you click on the word cite, there's your citation. It's already in correct MLA format. Copy it and paste it. Done. Are you going to do a Google presentation? Make this its own slide at the end. Are you going to do a paper? Make this the entry at the end under works cited. Are you going to make a comic book? Have Batman saying, say, here's the citation as the last slide of the comic. Or maybe right in the middle. And Joker's like, what? You know, something like that. Something where you're actually citing it, you have to cite it correctly. Okay? Now, here's the article. Here it is. Look at that. Look at those words. And more words. And more words. And there's more words. Wow, lots of words. What do you suppose I want you to do with this thing? Read it! I want you to read the thing. Read the words. Read them. Now, you might be one of these people, and frankly, I'm like this. I don't like reading things on a computer screen. It sucks to write pencil on a computer screen. Plus, when you change sites, the pencil marks are still there. It's like, well, this doesn't make any sense. I like to print it out. I like to print the thing out, and then I can write on it, and put question marks and circle and think, I don't understand this stuff. So that's me. But maybe I think I actually do think it's a generational thing. You are more accustomed to reading things on computer screens than I am. So maybe it's just me. But you're going to read it. Read it for what? Why are you reading it? You might be thinking, that's a good question. Why do I want you to read it? What are you looking for? What is your purpose in reading the thing? What are you looking for in this article arguing that college is worth it? This one happens to be an article. You see the title? Colleges are the golden ticket, elite or not. Do you suppose that this article, what do you think the argument is being made for this article?
That college is worth it.
Thank you. What are you looking for when you read it?
That college is worth it.
No, we already established that.
That's a quote that is,
Yes.
that's a quote.
You're looking for why? Why? Why is college worth it? Why? What are the benefits? That's what you're looking for. Evidence. Evidence. Good quotes. Examples. They're in here. They're in here. Hey, by the way, if you can't read, I mean this seriously, like we can keep this on the down low. If you cannot read, sirs will read it for you. Hit the little play button. It will read it for you. I mean it. I mean it. It will read it for you. Okay? And you're looking here. Now we need to find an argument that college is worth it. Let's see. I'm going to stop at any particular point. I'm going to highlight this part right here. So I'm reading the article, and I come across this argument that I've just been kind of reading along, and it argues that if you go to college and you get a degree in some sort of a science field, what is the benefit of getting a science degree? Yes? You make money. The argument that college is worth it is you're going to be swimming in it. You will be burning $100 bills because you're cold. It's a little cold. Let's throw another 100 on the fire. That's better. Now, where's that cigar made of $1,000 bill? Oh, yes. Do you understand? The argument that's being made right there is that college is worth it because you'll be rich. You'll make money. More money than people who don't go to college. There's the argument. There's the argument. It is true. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
My dad didn't go to college.
Bill Gates didn't even finish
I have
college.
an argument.
Okay. So what you are describing, yep, you're right. Bill Gates started but did not finish. He started though. Yep. And Edison only went to 8th grade. And my grandfather quit school, became the president of a bank in Minneapolis. Yep. And you're talking about the outliers. You are talking about the people outside of the line. And there's nothing wrong with those people. But generally, overall, the pattern is that you want to make more money, go to college. It's just the pattern. I mean, according to your logic, I should not get in my car. I should not be getting my car because people who get in cars get in car accidents. Yeah, people in cars get in car accidents and you'll die. So I should not, exactly, not necessarily. Now I'll take my argument and use it against you.
No.
Yes, I will, because I just did.
Okay.
All right. So find an argument. You don't even have to agree with it. I don't care. You don't have to agree with the argument that you found in the SIRS article. And it says find one, but if you want to find two, awesome. Find one argument for one side and then an argument for the other side. And then somehow you're getting that argument back to me through your output. Whether your output is a Google slide presentation or a video that you've made or a comic book or a beautiful painting that tells a story, or you want to write a paper, or you want to have an oral discussion with me, whatever. Find your strength, get it back to me somehow. Okay? Any questions? I want this to be something that you're, one, interested in, and two, that you're not going to be crying the night before because you don't know what to do. We've all had that awful experience. I don't want that for you. This is an elective. You didn't have to take this class. I'm glad you took it. I want you to shine. I want all of you to shine. So pick the area that you're strong in and go with it. Okay? One other thing about SIRS. It's only accessible if you're on campus. How many of you live on campus? You live on campus. You do not. You're a liar. Were any of you like me and you actually thought teachers lived in school when you were young? Did you? Yes, she lives here. There's just... Okay. Anyway, since none of you live on campus, how do you have access to this if you decide to work on this from home? And there is a way. Now, I know that this is not allowable on you, but I'm giving you permission right now to retrieve this. Go ahead. Because I'm going to give you the website, username, and password, and I would advise you to just put it in your, like, the notes part so you can remember it, or you can write it down. I don't care. But I'm giving you permission right now to put this information in your phone so you always have access to it. Okay? This is when you want to refer to SIRS, but you're not on campus. So the website is, are you ready? sks.sirs.com. sks.sirs.com. That's sks.sirs.com. I have no idea what SKS refers to. No idea. The username, it will ask you, oh yeah, what's your username? Your username is SHSLMC. SHSLMC. That's Somerset High School Library Media Center. SHSLMC. The password is 123456. Crack that code, North Korea. Good luck. And then you'll be good to go. I still have students. In fact, I had somebody during orientation last week come back and tell me that she used SIRS for her college paper. She goes to Wisconsin, Madison. You still have access to it. When you're an alumni, forever, until we say this isn't worth it anymore, you have access to this wonderful website of validated, edited information. It's an online library. Any questions on that? Let me just show you a couple other things that are on the website, just so that you get used to how this kind of website just sort of works. So on the Sociology website, once again, you'll see the calendar. There's yesterday's video. Did you miss class yesterday? It's your job to make up that information. Do not come up to me and say, Mr. Potter, I wasn't here yesterday. What'd I miss? I'll say as I walk away. Because there it is. Everything is right there. Look at that beautiful shade of blue. There are the prompts that most of you used. Thank you. Most of you did the 4 ungraded. Here's the actual college article you were supposed to read for the 4th ungraded one, right? Here's the description of this is your first graded measurement where you're proving to me you have a clue as to what's happening in here. Okay? This is it. All of you are being given an opportunity to shine. Everything will be posted on this website. Everything. Okay? Any questions on that? Did you get a text from me today? You should have. If you didn't get a text from me today, you're not on Remind. Fix it. Fix that. Okay? So for those of you who did get a text from me, there's some survey I want you to take. It's very easy. It's on Kia. Okay? So it basically says survey. Did you see it? Okay. So on SIRS, it says, it might even say like reading survey or something like that. And basically all I want you to do, I think it's 30 questions, and you might think, gee, that's a lot. Okay, well, it's less than 60, so there's that. It's also less than 1,000. Is 1 million a big number? Really? 2 million's bigger than it. Is 1 million a big number? Really? It's bigger than 500,000. Is 1 million a big number?
Yes, there's just bigger numbers in it.
Right, it's relative. everything's relative. Everything's relative. A million's a big number compared to numbers that are smaller than it. A million's not a big number compared to numbers that are larger than it. Is 30 questions a lot? Not compared to 40. Anyway, what I want you to do is answer those 30 questions based on how you read this article, the one that you used to complete this one. This article that was 5 pages long, and you were supposed to have read it. I want to know how you read it. And you might think, how'd I read it? Well, first I read that word, and then I read that word, and then I read that word, and then there was a little dot. So I paused for a second, and then I started with the next. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a close reading. How engaged were you? And it's not graded. I just want to know. What did any of you find this article kind of difficult to read? If you did you employ any strategies? Did you have any mechanisms to overcome the difficulty? I just want to know. All right, so please take a shot at that survey. Okie dokie. This class is over at 2:55. We're done. See you later.